Hey everyone, it's the end of March. It's literally the 31st of March, 2021, and it's hot. I just checked the weather because my phone overheats when I'm recording and I'm outside. It says it's 91 here in Central Florida. It feels like 93. Yay! So we're gonna try and keep this pretty quick because I just recently uploaded some videos on the roses update, and if you are following on Instagram, I just did a cute reel of all the blooming orchids. So we're gonna try and go quick and try not to get distracted by the puppies too much this time. In fact, it's so hot out that Moose, the littler one, who's actually bigger now and weighs more, but he's the darker one, he is inside because it's too hot for him. And Wally is currently losing his mind watching a lizard on the screen. So we'll come back to him in a minute. We're going fast kind of out here on the orchid area because like I said, I just posted an update on Instagram, but you can't see how wide some of these are in that post, but I mean, look at how many blooms are on here. I mean, I'm so excited. This one, which I thought wasn't going to bloom for me, I think it will. It's hard to tell. I thought I saw a new cane coming out right here. And it looks like there's going to be blooms right there. It's making progress. I'm due to water them any day now here. These guys, for the most part, are still blooming, opening up. I pulled a few dead ones off, but they're doing great. These over here, I mean, gorgeous, big, beautiful, massive blooms on these. I don't know what kind of these are, but I've had it for a while apparently. They look great, and I think these might be my favorite from a colorful point of view. I mean, beautiful. Okay, Wally, you gonna go chase the lizard outside? Okay, you guys didn't see it, but his tail wagged a little bit. So we're coming outside, and like I said, we just did a rose update the other day, so I don't want to fuss too long on these, but just wanted to show you guys my Joseph's coat. This bloom here is probably 4 or 5 days old. This one's only a few days old, but they're doing good. This one, I got a trellis put in. I think this was in last time we did an update, but there's more blooms coming. After I tied up this thinner cane here, it's putting out a lot of great foliage. And this is not something you guys have seen before. This is the compost from one side of my tumbler, which is really the first harvest I've ever done out of there. And I've just been leaving it out like this to kind of dry out. In retrospect, there's a lot of things I wish I hadn't put in here. Oh, apparently there's still some red wrigglers over here. Oops, sorry guys. And yep, there were wigglers in my outdoor bin because I threw some of my compost in there, and I think some eggs must have been mixed in, but learned a lot about my tumbler compost and what I want to put in there in the future. And I'm going to lean more towards softer outdoor foliage, like tomato leaves and stuff like that. And then obviously, like, you can hear how crunchy it is from all the sticks and stuff in here. So I'll probably shy away from some of that stuff. Silly me. I thought this was going to stay inside, but he's like, nope. Big brother's outside. I'm outside. Hopefully we won't get distracted by them doing shenanigans. Oh, look, beautiful butterfly. Okay, you guys probably didn't see that, but the greenstalks are doing well. We haven't had too many more strawberries. I would say probably in the last month or so. We got like a random one here and there, even though I've been watering them. The sweet potatoes that I had put in a while ago, some of them are starting to really go crazy and start sending out some new blooms for it, or not blooms, but some new green. I put a few potato pieces in here yesterday that had started to sprout. You can kind of see this one, sort of. It was sprouting because I forgot it on the counter. And I've been watering them every day. I've debated taking them apart and trying to put like some sort of dripper in here, but I haven't had the time or the energy to do that. So watering them by hand is a little difficult when it's so hot out, but you know, you do what you can when you can. So Wally's here getting some sun, and I don't know if you guys can see, but we've had at least 1 or 2 butterflies in the yard probably every day for a while now, and they're very friendly, and I like to think that I probably helped them hatch, but I don't actually know. Okay, Wally, but I have milkweed all over the place. Unfortunately, I don't have much updates on the peppers. I've harvested some from the older plants like these here. They're not really growing anymore. I think they might have gotten stunted by some of the colder weather we had. I thought some of these were going to start growing a little bit more, and they haven't. And I noticed these bins here where I started some peppers, and first I put some seedlings in, and then I put some like support things like parsley, or I tried throwing some radishes in. There's a few peppers that have started. You can you probably can't see, but there's little baby seedlings over there. I don't know. We're trying. We're gonna try to do better. Butterfly areas over here is doing good. The dark desire rose we talked about in the other video, but it's one of the ones from Heirloom Roses, like the Joseph's Coat we saw earlier, made a giant cane this month, so it's going to be super sturdy. I would like to call your attention to this amazingly large tomato trellis here. We trimmed it back, but you can see there's plenty of tomatoes. We've harvested quite a few. It kind of is an awkward stage because I'm like, well, it's pretty much gotten to the top, so I cut the dead leaves off the bottom, and then as the suckers start growing again, I'm just gonna be like, well, the suckers that are lower down, I'll let grow in again and fill in the space. Guys, this is awesome. This is the Double Delight rose that we trimmed second week, I think the first week of February, and I mean, just doing beautiful. Oh, you guys, look. I don't know why I'm whispering. I don't think the butterfly cares. Look at that. This is why you should plant milkweed. Okay, but focusing. Rose is doing good. We did not kill it this year. We've already got some very fragrant and beautiful blooms. This one's doing super good. It's always interesting because I swear this happened to me last year, where the first blooms that we had in the new like post trimming. Oh, look, now there's 2 butterflies. I have ADD for butterflies, you guys. Anyways, post prune, the first flowers always look a little different to me for some reason. Now this earth box with the regular stand, this one was here, but we moved it so that way we could get a little bit more space over here for the puppies. It had peppers in it. They definitely were not doing good, so I have pulled them out, and I'm gonna get ready to replant them. I was just kind of gauging, like, from these peppers and then all of these over here. I don't know, none of them are really doing great, so I have to figure out what I'm doing wrong. But pepper, I have a lot of new varieties which don't help the situation. Wally. Same thing over here, but with the tomatoes in reverse. I thought this little guy was taking off. He has not made any progress. My onions are going to bolt, which is fine. Or I guess they're green onions. These I thought were doing good. Obviously they don't look so good, so I need to restart them. But I think it's my fault because that's an older one that I had trimmed back, thinking that we could get the plant to go off of the the sucker, and that's not what happened. Oh, so many butterflies! I'm so excited. Mr. Lincoln, Brendan Tuition are doing good. Some of the fillers that you can see, there's some beautiful white foliage. A lot of that, not all of it, is from seed or was part of stuff that I got at the nursery in a small little thing. Yeah, my phone's overheating. I don't know what you guys saw, but there's some great milkweed here, and I harvested some, but I'm gonna let it just kind of fill in other buckets, and hopefully it's gonna rain later, so hopefully it'll disperse. Ironically, the tomato that I've been trying to get to grow, the coyote, I think that's which this one is, that one's starting to grow. This other one died, or is dying. And it's an older one, so I'm not surprised. But these, I mean, I have a bunch of this all over the yard. I have not watered this a single time, you guys. And it is just, I mean, I have the camera up about as tall as I am, and it's just huge. All I did was I put this trellis in. The left side of the composter is what I harvested that you guys saw over there. I haven't touched the right side yet, but the left side, I haven't put in any like greenery and foliage and stuff like that. It's only been food and cardboard, because I want to try keeping a lot of this, because the sticks and stuff are the part of the problem that I'm having over the other side. They don't break down really, or at least the ones that I put in, I should say, did not break down. So I don't know, we're gonna do better next time, but we're learning. It was our first composter tumbler, it was our first composter harvest, so it'll be fine. The cat whiskers, I'm waiting to see if he'll come back, because that was a cool plant. I just had a beautiful granada rose the other day. This bin, I was gonna pull out, and I went to go do it, but then I saw how the granada rose, and then here, let me back up. The Portlandia rose, this big one, which is the third of the trio that I bought back in December from Heirloom Roses. I mean, this sucker is massive. I mean, these are the extra large supports from Earthbox, and look how tall the Portlandia is in 3 months or 4 months that it's been in. So I want to wait and see what we're gonna do over here. This is my pride and joy right now. This is the extra wide city picker box that I got. It is not on the watering system, but I do have a hose running in the back that I turn on periodically. I know it won't last long, but the delphinium is huge. We got the butterfly bush with the alyssum, the jasmine starting to come back that Moose pulled up. I threw some zinnia seeds in there and just a whole bunch of like mixes of stuff, so they're starting to show up. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's some weeds in there too, but I'm hoping this can just be like a crazy pretty full butterfly hub. And so really quick, like just kind of looking at this back row, obviously the tomatoes and pepper ones are not doing great, but all the floral, the roses are doing great, and the butterfly bushes on either end are doing great. I've been considering playing with the idea of getting shepherd's hooks and doing something with that in the back row where I currently have like just cardboard, me and my weed liner, TBD. I kind of want to see how everything grows in. And the newest thing is on the side of the house, we have my first strip timer that has all the buckets moved. I put my cocktail tree over here. I moved some bananas over here that you guys saw next to the tumbler. But this has kind of turned into quite the butterfly area. Lots of milkweed and more volunteer tomatoes, which have been going like crazy. I probably should have put supports in for them, but I don't actually have any, but you guys can see there are tomatoes in here starting. I don't know what kind they'll be when they get bigger, but they're growing. There's huge numbers of flowers down there, so they're going to be tomatoes. Obviously there's some weeds too that need to come out, but I mean, this is all tomato. And then this was blooming the other day actually. This is like a white, here you can kind of see like a white with almost an orange flower for the butterfly bush. And then these guys, which have been out here for a while now, they're doing good now that I have the on-off watering system. More of my milkweed is going to seed, so I'm going to collect some, but mostly I'm just going to let it go where it's supposed to naturally go, and hopefully we'll make some more plants out of it. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how the watering system is working over here. I have it set up so that way it will water these plants 2 times a day. I'm still adjusting how long the duration is, because all I'm doing is taking these pipes and just putting a tube down them with the, I hope you guys saw some updates you were excited about, and here's hoping it's not 90 all day every day for April.